Deep in the dark, down on my knees, I've seen things that you wouldn't believe. I was lost until I found that I'm invincible. Nobody gonna bring me down. Welcome back to the channel, guys. To be able to draft this pattern, these are the measurements we are going to be making use of. So go ahead and write them down. Now to draft this pattern, you can see I have my pattern paper folded into two. You're going to go ahead and fold your pattern paper into two just like that. Now I'm going to rule a line here which is going to serve as the starting line. After ruling that line, you are going to take your shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the line. Now I'm going to come down from this mark I just made by 0.75 inch for the shoulder slope, and here I will mark the standard neck width of 3 inches, then go ahead and connect your shoulder just like that. After doing that, now the next thing is to get your armhole depth. So how I normally do this is by dividing my round bust measurement by 6, and I will add 1.5. But for this case, I'm not going to be adding 1.5 to the measurement. I will add only half inch. This is because this dress is not going to have a sleeve, so I don't want the armhole to be too deep. So just go ahead and measure what you have as your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and connect it just like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to get all the horizontal measurements. So I'm going to place my tape on the starting line. I will measure to the bust point. I'll take it all the way to the under bust. Then I will take the half length, which is also the waistline. Then just come to this end here and mark the same thing. Then you're going to go ahead and connect it with your straight ruler. So guys, after doing that, you label it the chest line. Here is the bust point. We have the under bust and we have the waistline. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to come to this line here. I'm going to divide what I have into two to get the middle of it. On that mark, you are going to go in by 0.75 inch. Then on the chest line, you will take your round bust measurement divided by 4. Now you are going to use your French curve to connect these 3 dots. So this French curve was not giving me what I was looking for. I needed to switch to this other one. Just go ahead and connect it just like this. So guys, after you're done doing that, now the next thing is to come to the bust point line. I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 on the line. I will take the same thing on the other bust line, and I will also take the same thing on the waistline. Then go ahead and connect it with your straight ruler. After you are done doing that, now the next thing you want to do is to come to the under bust line. I'll be going out by 1.5 inch. So this totally depends on your size and how busty you are. If you're a bigger person and you are busty, you may need to go out by up to 2 or 2.5 inches. Then on the waistline, I will go out by 1.75 inch. I went out by 1.75 inch on the waistline, and on the under bust line I went out by 1.5 inch. So the difference is 0.25 inch. Okay. Then on this side coming inwards, I'll just mark half inch on both the under bust and the waistline. Then go ahead and connect it with your straight ruler. So guys, after you are done doing that, now I'm going to come to the bust point. I will come down by 1 inch. Now I will use my curve rule to connect from this point to meet the 1 inch that I came down by. So that curve rule was not giving me the curve I was looking for. I needed to switch to this other one. So go ahead and connect it like that. Then you're going to do the same thing to this other side. So guys, after you're done doing that, now the next thing I want to get is the chest line, which is also the neck depth. I mean where the neck is going to get to. So I'm just going to place my tape on the starting line, and I'll come down by 6.5 inches, which is the length of my chest line. I mean the length of where I want the neck to be to. So this totally depends on how deep you want your neck to be. So I'm just going to mark the measurement I have as my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Then I will extend this line to meet the chest line. So after you're done doing that, now on this side going out, I will mark 1 inch. Okay.
Then for this side coming inwards, I will mark just 0.25 inch, just 0.25. It's not even up to half inch, guys. Then go ahead and connect it just like this. Then use your curve rule to connect this other one to meet the bust point. So guys, after doing that, this is what you are going to have. Now the next thing is to get the neck width. So for this end here, I have it to be 3.5 inches times 2, which is 7 inches. But for this upper part, I want it to be as wide as 9 inches. So I'll take 9 inches divided by 2, which is 4.5. Then I will connect it to meet this point. Just take a look at where I'm connecting, guys. So I connected it to meet that point. So by the time I close up this dart, the neckline is not going to be looking the way it's looking. It will be straight. Okay, don't worry, you get to see it in the course of the video while I'm sewing. Now it's time to take all the round body measurements. I just added extra half inch to the bust measurement I initially have. On the under bust, I'm going to take my round under bust measurement divided by 4. I will mark this dart that I'm going to be cutting off and I will add it to it. Don't worry, we are going to be adding all the sewing allowance when we are cutting on fabric. Then come to the waistline and do the same thing. Take your round waist measurement divided by 4 and add the dart. Then go ahead and connect this with your straight ruler. So after you're done doing that, this is what you're going to have. Just extend this line. Now all these part here, we are going to cut them off. So all these darts are going to be cut off. So go ahead and mark the parts that will be cut off. Now go ahead and cut this out. Guys, you can see that this end here is no longer up to the shoulder line after we retake our neck width. So I'm just extending it up to meet the shoulder line. So just do that and go ahead and cut it out. So guys, this is it. This is what you are going to have after you are done cutting it out. So this is the center front and these other ones are the two side fronts. So this is how you are going to have it looking like. So I'll be cutting off the right hand side for the off shoulder. So this right hand side is where I'll be cutting out in the course of this video. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. But for a lot of you guys who may want to use this pattern to draft without having to have one shoulder and one shoulder off, so you just go ahead and use the pattern to cut on your fabric just like this. So I'll just place them aside now and bring the back piece. So this is the back piece. I've already drafted the basic bodies. This is the zipper allowance. Then I took the shoulder measurements divided by 2. I came down by half inch for the shoulder slope. Then I took the neck width, which is 4.5 inches. Then I connected the shoulder slope. I took the armhole depth just the same way I did. Then I divided what I have into 2 and I connected my round armhole. This is the bust point here and I have the waistline. Now to modify this, the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and extend this chest line that I have here. So just go ahead and extend it like this. After you are done doing that, label it the chest line. Now on this line, I'll take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 plus half inch. Then I'll take the same thing on the waistline. Then I will use my straight ruler to connect the two dots. After doing that, you are going to come to this end here on the waistline. You will take half inch on both sides. Then just go ahead and connect your dart just like that. So guys, this is it. This is what you are going to have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to draw out the neckline. I'll measure what I have here, which is 4.5 inches. Then I'll take the same thing on the chest line. So go ahead and connect it. So guys, this is what you are going to have. Now the neck depth of the back, I have it to be 7 inches, which is perfectly okay. Now the next thing is to take all the round body measurement. So this is my round bust measurements divided by 4. I'm going to come to the waistline and take the round waist measurements divided by 4. I'll measure this dart and I will add it to it. Then go ahead and connect it just like this. After you are done doing that, then I will come to this end here. I will go in by half inch. This is for me to be able to, eliminate anything zip bulge. Okay, so just mark half inch and connect it to me the chest line just like that. Now, because I've reduced this by half inch, I will also reduce the zipper allowance by half inch. Go ahead and connect it as well. So just extend this line. Now, the half inch that we have removed from the zipper side, I will add it to the side here. Then go ahead and connect it to meet the chest line. Now, after doing this, the next thing I want to do is to go up here by half inch as well. This is also a way of me trying to, eliminate zip bulge, okay? And you also know that the front half length and the back half length is not the same. So just go ahead and connect it like that. Now, after doing this, you're going to cut this out. So guys, when I was cutting the neckline, I decided that I wanted to, mark 4 inches here instead of 4.5. Just a way of giving it a little bit of shape at the back instead of just looking wide the way it was initially looking. So I just went ahead to do that and I continued to cut it out. So this is what you're going to have. So this is the back piece. So now guys, I'm done drafting both the front and the back pieces. The next thing I want to do now is to open them up on the table in order for me to be able to, cut out the side I will be cutting out for the off shoulder. Is a one shoulder bustier. So I'm just trying to arrange it in the way it is supposed to be. Like, and I want to cut the off shoulder at the right hand side. So this is the right hand side of the front piece. So I'm also going to arrange the back piece on the table to determine the right hand side. So this is how the back piece is supposed to be, and the front piece is supposed to be on top of it just like this. So this side here are the front sides of my back and front pattern paper. So that's the side I'm going to be modifying. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out from the neckline. So just cut it out just like that. So this is it guys, we have modified it. Now we have one off shoulder and one shoulder bustier. So this is how it is supposed to be like. Okay, so this is how to go about doing that. You can see it is very easy. So this is it. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. Let me know if it's a tutorial you are going to be trying out. Okay, so in my next video I'll be using these patterns together with the skirt pattern that I drafted out the last time. So as you can remember, this was my last tutorial that I shared with you guys on how to go about drafting this mermaid pattern. So I'm going to be combining these two patterns together. I'll be sharing with you guys how to go about making a one shoulder bustier mermaid dress with front slit. And I know this is a tutorial you guys don't want to miss. So do what to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that when the video drops you will be notified. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to share this video. I will see you all in my next one.